everybody. So today's Friday, as you know, and today is the last day of my third cycle of chemo, the 5 in a row, because you have Monday to Friday, then the next 2 Mondays. So today's the last day of the 5 in a row. If you can tell, this has been a lot better than the previous 2 cycles. The first cycle of chemo that you do, usually that's when you figure out how your body reacts to chemo, because it's never had that before. So, the side effects can be fatigue, nausea, and loss of appetite, and there's stuff that goes along with it. Luckily, all I have is just fatigue. My appetite's still really good, and I don't really get nauseous. And like they said, once you figure out how your body reacts to chemo, every cycle after that, you have the same effects. It's not like I'll get more, they won't really change. The fatigue might become more and more each cycle, right? Luckily, the first cycle I just slept through it all. Last cycle was really tough, and this one has been my easiest one yet. This is the last day, and I still have a lot of energy, and I'm feeling really good. I've been taking care of myself better, and more of the physio is going well, and I've just been feeling better. Now, a lot of you people have questions about chemo, so we're going to answer that a little bit now. I don't know everything, and that'll be more later if you want more in-depth, but a quick thing now, if you look, the bag with the brown bag on the bag, the brown bag basically, that's the actual chemo. So I have 2 to 3 bags depending on the day. So Monday was 2 bags, and then Tuesday was 3 bags, and then the Mondays it's a little 15-minute bag. So there's different types they give on different days. Today it's 2 bags, I believe. The reason why it's in, there's a clear bag under that brown bag. It sounds confusing, but that one is light sensitive. So that one they can't leave, in the sunlight and all that. It does stuff to it. So basically, because of my age and because of my health and because of, I guess, the type of cancer I had, because of my situation, I'm on one of the toughest forms of chemo, because there's different kinds. I don't know anything like that. I'll get more info and explain it better later. But depending on the person, they give you, a specific type of chemo that your body can handle, because not everybody can handle what I'm taking necessarily. Because I'm at the age and everything, they're able to be aggressive with it, which is why the second round was so tough, and it's getting better now, but I'm on a very aggressive type of chemo. My numbers are still going down, and everything's looking really good. My body's responding, which is awesome. And just to answer some questions, a lot of people ask if chemo hurts. I understand that, because it sounds like it hurt. There is zero pain whatsoever. So literally my day is, they hydrate you, which means they pump you full of fluid so that you gotta pee a lot, because they need to make sure they protect your kidneys, because obviously the chemo, it's radiation pretty much, and they don't want that staying in your body. They want to make sure you're flushing it. It could do damage to you if you're not flushing enough. Luckily I haven't had an issue with that yet. But my day is, they hydrate you for an hour, for however long. Then I lie back, they come in, and I have a PICC line, which is something they put in your arm. There's different ways of going in. There's IVs where they just poke you, center lines where they do a little surgery. There's different ways to have entry points. For me, the PICC line is pretty much what I got now, and I don't feel anything at all. So they hook up their wires, they set up their machines, and then it runs for the duration that the chemo goes for. Now, I do not feel anything go in or come out. Like, even sometimes they take blood from there, I feel zero. When they flush it with saline, which just means to clean it, I don't feel anything. Like, I don't have a sensation of liquid going in or out of the PICC line. It sounds like it would be gross and you'd feel things moving, but you don't. If you did, you'd let them know and they'd fix it. Sometimes with IVs, when they actually poke into your vein, sometimes, it would hurt or you'd feel it, and then they'd know, okay, that vein is not good, or they need to slow down the amount that's going in. But for the PICC line, no pain. And chemo, for me, there may be cases where some people feel it. I do not know if that's correct. I do not know if that's even a thing. But I do not feel chemo at all. I sit here, I let it run, and I get tired, or even I'm okay. But, there's no pain. It's not a scary thing. It can be scary. This whole thing can be very scary. And also, having to rely on the chemo and the doctors to take care of that. I don't have control over my cancer. Over my rehab, I have control over working hard and trying to get that back. So that for me is easier to deal with, because I know I can try my best. When it comes to this, you kind of have to wait and see how things go. Luckily, I'm responding very well, but there's no pain. it's not something I'm afraid to receive personally. And you don't feel anything going in or out, which is nice because that's weird when you do. That's kind of gross. I don't know a lot. I know a lot more than I did, but I'm gonna try and get the best information directly from these people before talking to you about it. I'm not gonna use the internet because that's full of stuff that's probably incorrect. But if people, either now in the comments or even when I'm out eventually want to talk to me about it, I'm more than happy to explain in depth everything that I've personally gone through. It's different for everyone. But that's just a little bit about my type of chemo and how it goes for me. And a lot of people have asked about the pain, which I found interesting that they want to know if it hurts or not. So no, I mean, for me, luckily there's zero pain. It's not a painful procedure, really. It's more just letting it run through your body, and it has side effects, but we get through that, and it's not necessarily pain. So yeah, that's just a little bit about my type of chemo and what I'm doing. And we'll give more updates soon, and we're gonna keep it going. So I can't wait to see you all again in person. I love you all. Bye bye.